everybody, how's it going? Welcome to our Sunday stream. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, too loud of here, I'll see if I can get closer to the mic here. Just cause new mic, new setup. Mic got moved around a little bit, and so I don't know if I'm fully I hope the audio is good. I'm pretty sure it's good quality. I just don't want there to be too much background noise. But yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody chilling, having a good Sunday. All right, I'm gonna lower this a little bit for myself, and it's it. It got loud here for a sec. Oh. And we'll get going in say 3 minutes or so. But yeah. Okay, it's not picking up that much of noise. Alright. Here, I'll turn up the music a little bit more. Everybody comes in. Hopefully these don't get copy claimed or whatever the fuck, because a bunch of my streams have been claimed already. It's hilarious, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully you guys can hear the music too. I had a problem when I first figured out the audio channels where no audio went through one of the channels, and so the stream did not pick it up at all, but hopefully the stream is picking it up for this one. And yeah. It's almost doesn't feel like summer over here in the city anymore. It almost feels as if it's it feels as if it's what you call it? We're in fall, you know, it's cold, it's been raining. I'm a rain person, so I like the rain, but still, you know, damn, where did summer go? NFT Twitter, that's where it went. That's where it went. Oh, okay, I think hopefully that works. What's that? Hey. If you can't see on the camera here, I'll move this a little bit and point it down at myself. It's a wee bit. Yeah, that's my finger at the camera here. Peace. But yeah, we'll get going. I'll take the starting soon thing off. Lower the music a wee bit, and get going. Again, before we get started, if you ever want to get in contact with me or talk to me over socials, this is my Twitter right here at Anubis_3100. I'm pretty active and will respond to you in that or in the Discord channel, in the Metakey Discord, titled the Duat Residency. The Duat Residency. You can find I post links to the stuff there. But yeah, so for this we didn't for today's little stream we didn't get a lot of submissions. Actually, we got 2, but I'm still excited for it. We get the two of them are actually pretty interesting. So I'll click on the Discord and I'll look at Grave Arts' CryptoGraves.arts little thing that he posted. And for those who are not in the Discord or curious, he had posted a little picture and he says, because developers can't do anything on their own and the tables of numbers or random words are worth over free. This is a parody NFT I made. I'd love to hear about it because I think Loot and all the projects like it are dumb and people are just giving more money to NFT creators because they are already well known. And between quotation marks, the cycle of art. I'm also selling the entire series for free. So this is, it's a little parody piece by cryptograves.art, commenting on loot. And for those who haven't heard about the fucking loot shit that's been happening in the space, well, let me fucking tell you, right? You might actually lose your fucking mind on this. It's this type of shit. No joke. No, like, I'm not even fucking kidding. It's this. This is what we've hit the level in NFTs. And even I, as an artist who has gone fully into NFTs, like, again, I've fully immersed myself into the space. I don't understand how this is actually fully becoming a thing. I sort of understand it, but I'll give my thoughts on Cryptograves' parody piece, right? It's quite simple. Again, right? We have these little NFTs that started showing up where it's just words, right? This is what's in your bag. You have a fucking shirk and a wound. I don't know what the fuck that is, right? And we know what a wound is, but like, what's that in your bag, right? Skirt, wedding ring, right? All that shit. And it really doesn't make sense. And so essentially what Cryptograves did is just he took the basic commands, right? WASD, walk forward, crouch, sprint, jump, as if you're, because all these are like for games, right? Or they're aiming to be for games, but nobody knows if they're actually gonna achieve that shit. I personally don't. This shit just fucking launched and it's fucking weird as hell, but I actually think this is quite clever. I wish gas wasn't fucking high right now. Gas has been fucking high for no fucking reason. Actually, no, it's been high because of fucking, yesterday it was high because of the shit. But again, it's quite basic, right? It's a satire making fun of these, right? So it's and rightfully so. You know, just because, I mean, you know, this has a very easy ability to abuse, you know. And I mean, I don't doubt that we'll see it. We're gonna see this sort of form of NFT abused fairly soon, right? I actually quite like this because when you buy this, here, let's read the description. This allows the developer to implement a feature in which an entity may move in the direction they are facing. I wish a parody. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I wish you said it, but it's a parody of the bottoms up strategy that implies developers can perform basic tasks in-game dApp creation, right? And it's a parody on both the randomized loopback and the simple fact that developers aren't unable to code basic shit into games, you know, which is quite hilarious. I mean, I legitimately would buy this just because it's a parody, right? I wouldn't buy any of these. I really wouldn't. I mean, here, the way I see these functioning is as if, you know, if anybody's familiar with a D&D character sheet, right? This is the sort of thing that if anybody's played D&D, right? This is the sort of thing that you fill out, right? Or like most character sheets have something very similar to this, where all of these fucking attributes, right? Like all these fucking bags, right? Can walk forward, can sprint, can crouch. All can be utilized here. So the only way I see this sort of evolving is actually two ways. One is being utilized by game masters for D&D purposes and just video games for character creation, right? Or but it has to be like legitimately used, right? Not just a fucking image, right? We need to see this in a video. I mean, personally, I would buy this if it was in a video game first, and this was generated through my use of the video game, right? if I was playing the game, I get a chest that then gives me an NFT of loot. Boom, done, sold. I get you. I understand, right? Because this has use in the game, but this I don't. I don't understand it, right? This has sort of, where's the game that we can play already, right? So one way in future games this can be utilized, right? And even then, graveyards, a little parody thing can actually sort of not become a parody anymore, because then you can implement like special moves and shit, right? But the other way I see this sort of thing, and I wish it was looked at differently, right, is, I mean, graveyards has already explored this a bit, right? And it's just the use of a single word in an image, right? And I'm coming at this from a poetry perspective, right? Because when I saw this, the first thing I saw this, I was like, okay, damn, what a waste of fucking, like, what a waste of an idea, because this is one of, I mean personally, this could be a really nice way to introduce NFT collectors to all forms of poetry, right? Because I mean, we've had poetry in this space before, but it has colors and stuff, but this sort of thing we don't see anymore, right? And so in itself, like, somebody can go as far to say as these is a form of poetry. I wouldn't, but I can see this sort of thing evolving into I can see this sort of thing opening up if it gets more accepted into more writing based NFTs, and that's the only thing I'm actually looking forward for in their whole regards of this, other than the parodies, right? Like this, I think this is fucking great. 100%, this is fucking great. Graveyard, 110%, right? This not so much unless there's a game built behind it, and then in the future I just hope we get to see more poetry on this shit, right? Because damn, this could be like, imagine an E.E. Cummings poem, right? If you don't know, yeah, here I'll turn on my like great fucking 12 English teacher brain, I guess. Grasshopper, right? This is Grasshopper. Imagine owning this like that. That would be fucking sick, right? But that's the level we're thinking, right? At least that's my think, legitimately, right? Just use it for poetry. But you know, like, Graveyard's frustrations about this and his reasoning to create this is actually pretty valid. I mean, like, what the fuck, guys, come on, you have to be kidding. Helmet, water, ancient, silver, ancient, like what would wow, I'm an ancient, like, wow, come on, right? 1.7k, oh my god. Sometimes this shit don't make sense to me. And I imagine it don't make sense to Graveyard too, because he fucking did this in response. I mean, I think it's great. It's actually hilarious. It's like we out here fucking buying fucking settlements. Might as well just buy the moves, you know. Fuck it. I can't walk forward in my settlement until I buy the walk forward. I mean, it's great, right? It's a little nice. It's a nice little poke at this fucking weird fucking bear that this NFT market has produced. It's great. Graveyard, it's fucking great. So for our next piece, it's not really a piece, it's more of Blockcheck he had sent the link to a gallery that does NFTs, and he thinks it's cool, and so we'll look through it. I tried to look through it on my phone earlier this morning, but my phone was being a little bit slow, so I decided to look through it on stream with you guys. So they sold out in 5 minutes. Goddamn shit. But from what I read, it's actually a pretty cool concept, so we'll go through the concept, right? Art that develops with each sale, right? And so what is the point of this? Most NFTs are just JPEGs that people trade back and forth that sometimes increase in value If the collectible is a digital item, should it include some dynamic aspect to it? With crypto native, the artwork evolves with when a secondary sale happens, meaning instead of just straight at the same back and forth, you get to own a unique step. And the 10 phases of evolution for a piece. Each piece will forever lock in place after 10 phases of evolution and can't revert to any of the older phases. Which phase is the best? That is entirely subjective and part of the fun. Some people like less trained artwork, while others may like the more refined versions. Nobody will know what the next phase looks like until the sale has been confirmed on OpenSea. And so the sales for this happened already on September 1st, and they go through all phases because they sold out, I'm pretty sure. Now the tokenomics really don't interest me in this because we're in it for the art. But we'll quickly, token distribution. So I guess some stuff will be airdropped to team members, some stuff is reserved, some stuff sold, then stuff will be voted on. Somebody gets perks. Want to be able to lock one of your pieces before it reaches the 10th phase of evolution. All you need to do is building 10 pieces that are on their 4th phase or higher evolution. Once this happens, your NFT dashboard through Mirage Gallery will allow you to lock in one of your pieces before it's reached the 10th phase. So you have to hit the 4th evolution on 4 of yours, and then you can lock them. So that's cool. So you can get we might see some fully evolved works and some works that are not evolved at all. And the rules of evolution is the minimum first sale, or at least sales must be at least 20% higher for the works to evolve. Otherwise, it will not evolve. I mean, it's not a bad concept at all. Actually, it's really not bad at all. And so, the sad thing is, alright, all the they've updated, all the metadata has been fixed, and all tokens have been transferred to OpenSea, and then phases 6 through 10 will unlock this week. I don't know when this was posted, but let's just assume phases 6 to 10 are now unlocked. Alright, so it's cool. These all seem to be AI trained and produced works. So there's a nice computer human collaborative element to them. But how do we catch up with the evolution? It's a really cool idea, and they have an example of the evolution, right, through training. But pause. Wait a minute. Pause. Are they just putting 2 different images through Artbreeder? Is that it? Because usually, you see how the evolution combines these 2 images, but somehow none of this image makes its way into this image, even in the background here. This is fucking weird. That's fucking weird, yo. Because I don't know if they're using 2 different images, like if the AI is producing. They look so different, and the third one looks like it's an AI trained on the 2 images. Even the skyline is different. 2021 by Mirage Gallery. Oh, I guess this is the project of what is this? So I'm having a little bit of trouble trying to if this is just all if this is only the work of crypto native or if it's the work of all these three, since all of them mess with AI. But let's just assume that this is the work of crypto native. Give me 1 second. I'm going through their whole website, you know. I am curious. Let's go to your Twitter. And you, let's go to your Twitter. When did you join? In March 2021. Personally, I'm very skeptical of. Oh, hold on, never mind. Maybe. Okay, so they are different. They are separate projects. Okay. For some reason, I swear to God, and this is just me, but for some reason, I just want to take. This feels like it's a generated through this person does not exist.com. Like you don't have. He doesn't have. Both of them don't have covers. That's fucking weird. That's legitimately fucking weird. I don't know. I'm getting weird vibes. Like I like the idea. Crypto native. Let's see crypto native. No. Crypto native. Who is crypto native? Is it native crypto? Nope. Okay. But it's all created by the Mirage Gallery. Okay, here, let me just search this. Let me see. What the I don't know about this one blog. I mean it seems like it's a project that's sold and everything, but I'm getting pretty weird vibes off just looking at the profiles of the people. Like Alejandro paints cool. But like joined February 2021, right? You run a gallery, but you don't take the time to set up your banners and where is your Twitter for the gallery also? That's fucking weird. This person does not exist. Hold up. Give me 1 second. We're going full detective mode here. Yeah, forgive me if I seem extremely skeptical, but I am very skeptical of this. See how realistic that is, right? That every time you refresh it. the image seems real, but fuck, I there are so many weird red flags about this that are going off in my brain, just including the really early join rate day, no banner. There is nothing identifiable. Like I can't. Like there's no history there. Like I mean, even I'm anonymous in the space, but I joined 2011 on Twitter, right? Like I have fucking there's like tweets to like and right, and I have a personal website. This just links to the gallery, and that's it. I don't know. I mean, it's a cool idea, right? But it's like, again, like looking at their profiles and then these two different images. Like if I'm being fully honest, it legitimately feels as if phase 2 is a different image, and then phase 3 is the result of these two images being put through Artbreeder. Because I've used Artbreeder before, and I know what Artbreeder results look like, and this looks so close to Artbreeder results. Like not a stylized AI, like not a personally coded AI, but this looks like an Artbreeder type of thing. It's fucking weird. I don't know. Block. I'd recommend steering away from this project for a little bit, my mans. Blockjack guide. Yeah, I have some haywires going off, some red flags. Like, where the fuck is your banner, my guy? Like I haven't sold as much art as these dudes, and I have a fucking banner. Well, not this, but I have a banner, right? Like let me see if I can find it. Like even I have, like most people have something in their fucking banner. Like if I go to my, like I used to have, oh fuck, well, I'm just gonna, but like here, actually, never mind. Like at some point, I used to have this. It's not showing up. At some point, I used to have this as a banner, right? So, like, even I had some. Like, how the hell are you an established artist on Twitter with no fucking banner? Who works for a gallery? Like, what? NFTs, and the only link is to Mirage Gallery. That's, I don't know, man. I'm very skeptical of this, if I'm being honest. Right. Oh, yeah, no, these are Artbreeder images through and through. Damn. We're gonna know when we can zoom it. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, man, I would not trust this project at all. Personally. I mean, like, look how good these are. Even, fuck. That's fucking weird as shit. What the fuck? Like this man's face does not exist anywhere else. Like, well, I mean, Tiny Eye searches for that exact image. But, no way did it just the first time this image got posted is there, right? Like, what? April? It's fucking weird. Yeah, no, I am very suspicious of this. I would stay clear of this. Yeah, and crypto native. I mean, like, I can't even find him on Twitter, let alone OpenSea. Unless crypto, like, right? And it's like that's the thing. Unless like our artists crypto native, right? Like immediately. Like, who runs this? Sorry? What the? Mirage Gallery. think we may have found the actual gallery. This seems like a far more official gallery than here. Let's. Sounds fucking weird. Nah, I know. I do not trust this project whatsoever at all. And even if I'm wrong in fucking 1 year, and this shit sells for millions, I don't trust this at all right now. I mean, you search Mirage Gallery, their icon pops up, but it's the this is the location of this gallery right here. You have a Twitter account. Why are they not linking to their own Twitter? I mean, like, you fucking work there. What the Also joined May 2021. So this guy is the owner. Creator of AI generated artists. What the fuck does that mean? What the I mean, like, he is giving away and shit, but again, I personally don't trust this. Like, what do you mean you're the creator of AI-generated artists? Like, are they not real? What the hold on, how the fuck did I not see this before? I'm blind. I'm actually blind. Wow, AI-generated art. So is my face, I'm like... Hold on, I'm so confused. I was reading this whole time and I was just assuming like you're an AI, you create art. So this guy, hold up, pause. We're gonna pause a minute. I am so... Please stop attacking me. That's my cat. Wow, okay. I misunderstood the whole thing. So these are work... I mean, even... So these are fake artists. Like this guy that... Where the fuck is your profile? Like, why is this here? Like, why does he have a... What the I mean, like, the guy that created it is not lying. But it's fucking weird. Right? Again, if you... Unless, like, you do the full fucking research. And delve in and reread, you can misconfuse any of that shit. All tweets. I mean, the first time I was looking through this, I just assumed that somebody coded a bot to respond to their Twitter, you know? Like, because people do that shit. I mean... Like, even though they're okay, so now even though we know that the artist created them, and if that, to me, like, that's a weird gray area that we've entered in the NFT world, but and then I mean, like, I understand, but I also don't understand because, you know, like, what are the goals of these artists, right? Like, what are they pursuing? You know, like, I understand you like landscapes, but like, so what for? You're an AI. What? If you're an AI, you're an AI, right? And so, I mean, it's a cool. All right, so here, the people listening on stream later, we're gonna recap this, right? Before I was right about my intuition that these are images that did not of not real people, but I misunderstood this completely, and I just assumed that I was like, oh, AI generated artists. I just assumed that they're artists working in AI generated works, and that's my bad, and so there's no lying on that part. But this is weird, right? The about page sort of explains it. Miro was founded on the premise that the art can be more than human. Artists have been trained for decades in human ears on learning what art means. Right? This just you read this and you're like, okay, cool. And then only this is when you understand each part of the art has been generated by artificial intelligence. Everything from the profile image to their face to their biography. So, right? So there is no like it's not stated, like it's not made fully clear. I mean, this makes it clear. That was my bad, but the website can get a little bit confusing. I don't understand why they have bios, because they're not, like, again, these are AI that they have sort of no aspiration. And right, oh, you have to hit it about the about. If you didn't hit about the about, oh well, actually, you read this, it tells it to you. Bro, I'm just bad at reading. Apparently, their headshots, biographies, their post artwork itself. But again, like, say somebody scrolls through this and doesn't read like again, that's just a personal thing. The bios will confuse you, but other than that, it's actually fucking weird. It's still my brain is still trying to wrap my mind around like what I'm seeing right now, because it's like, yeah, yo, blog, what the fuck did you send me? Give me a second, blog, bro. Whoa. Damn. I mean, all right. We'll take the paper and whatever paper I've said. Like, let's assume everything I said has been written on a paper. We'll take the paper and we'll scrunch it and we'll throw it out, right? And so, looking at this project now, right? It's an AI generated. It's a fully AI run and generated base gallery, I guess, right? With these two artists. They're not real. Everything about them is AI generated, and I mean everything. And this is the creator, the actual creator, which is weird because nothing on the site sends you to him at all. But that's fine. And then the work evolves through phases. 10 phases, which is a cool idea. However, I'm trying to see if they say anything about the AI generation. Okay. also enable collectors to download AI upsized 8K of their currently owned pieces if the supply is fully minted, which it is now. I mean, listen, my full thoughts on this is it's a cool project, but it's presented in such a way that it could be perceived, I mean, personally, it could be perceived as deceiving, right? Because, I mean, we claim do your own research in the space and all that, but again, we know a lot of people will, like, if they go on Mirage Gallery or whatever, we'll scroll through some stuff and not fully understand what's going on. I mean, the collectors get access to their 8K photos. I'm trying to find where the hell. So collectors have gotten access to these in 8K. Doesn't state how. I don't know. I mean, now that I fully know what this project is about, I'm less hesitant, but still, I'm still. I would. Like, I was wrong on a few things about this project, but I'm still weary a little bit of it, if I'm being fully honest. Some stuff just doesn't seem like it's right, if that's the phrasing I'm using, you know? It's like, I understand it's an AI generator, it's a cool... Now that I fully understand the concept, it's cool, but still, like, say somebody sees here, let me close these. Say somebody sees where the fuck is OpenSea? Somebody sees these, right? There is very little indication that these works are supposed to be generated. Like, there is the indication that they're generated by AI, but there is very little indication that the artist you're buying them from is also fake, right? Because everybody, you can, like, this is pretty plain and out there, right? But again, a lot, like, some people can click on this and just start scrolling through immediately, right? Some people can just share a thing, like an image of it, and people might not realize. But I mean, yeah, right? Like, somebody sees this tweet isolated, and they don't look at this, or they're on their phone, they might get confused and assume they're supporting a real artist, right? Because even the description, unless you go out about the Mirage Gallery, but, like, I mean, yeah, let's just say there is some stuff about this project that could have been better executed to allow for some of its clarity. Just because, yeah, like, yeah, no, because for like the solid, hold up, what happened to the music? Yes, please, thank you. Just because it's like, it threw me for a solid loop there, right? Because it's like AI generated, you know. Yeah. I mean, they're not lying, right? They're not lying. I do take that back. They're not lying, right? It's stated here. but I feel it should be it should be clear, maybe, right? I don't know. Actually, let me ask the people who listen to this. What do you guys think about this? I'm legitimately a little bit um yeah, no, I don't know how I feel about this project. Because some of them really do look like, aside AI, all that aside, some of it still does really look like it's just art breeder results, nonetheless. And so, I don't know. You know, I would be somewhat careful with something like this, just because. What if shit happens? What if stuff breaks? Who do you hold accountable? I know, like, you can hold the gallery accountable, but still, right? It took a while. Like, August Rosedale is not on the site at all. Nothing leads to his gallery except his actual thing, right? It's like where is right? Like, so even then, like people can assume they're buying from a real person and they're supporting it or the evolution of the space, but all the money's still going to one person, you know. And so that's a little bit weird. Honestly, that's a little bit weird in my eyes, just because it's like that when you pair that with, like, what is the artist, like, what are gonna be the aims of Alejandro as an artist? He has no aims. He's a AI. He does not exist, right? His tweets may be cool. So happy with this painting, but it's like everybody knows you are incapable of happiness. This is just a trained response to you selling something, right? If the AI didn't respond to this, it probably wouldn't sell anymore, right? There's that sense of thing, and it's like, how is an AI supposed to push itself further other than August Rosedale actually going in and giving it a new set of data or restarting its training, right? Yeah. And so his hand will always be in there, you know. And so again, like again, that's the thing with these stuff. Like people assume, like, oh, I gave the AI a personality, but it's like all of us know, like, it's not a real personality. It's still being faked. Here, let me look at this. Let's read. Right, it's like, yo, this, I know this is not real. Like, the shift actually started in my childhood. I found an angel, like, yeah. I mean, they were, like, all of this, regardless of how I fully read it in my head or not, it's not fully registering as a real person talking, because I know it's not a real person talking. So it's like, what are your critics? You're incapable of feeling frustration due to critiques. Again, right? So there's that sort of thing. So, like, why would you as a person be investing into a machine that has no, like, vision of itself to self-evolve, and it's dependent on its creator? Who knows? I mean, it might be successful. It could be. I mean, who knows? One could argue that this work is successful because it's already making me ask these questions. But still, you know, it's like, even if I understand, like, even understanding all of AI generated artists, like, I feel like I'm being lied to. You know, I feel like I'm being deceived. Because these aren't physical paintings, right? I can't get the physical. If I get the physical, it's going to be a printed image on a canvas done in a photo store. I know that, and you know that, right? And August Rosedale knows that, because he's the one that's going to order it, not Alejandro, and not Taylor, because they do not exist, right? And then what happens when August Rosedale, say for example, stops minting NFTs or passes away, God forbid, you know? Like, what happens to these artists? Like, are they now AI dead? But you know, What do you guys think? Shit. God damn it. Yo, Blockjack, you fucking threw me in for a fucking loop, man. You legitimately threw me in for a fucking loop. I talked about this for I think a solid 15 minutes, assuming these were real people, because I didn't fully understand what I was reading. And I was like, yeah, I think this is created and this person does not exist. Which, I mean, it's good, because I trust my eyes now. But still, like, shit. Like, to me, this seems like it's cool. It's a nice little thing. Like, the August is sort of attempting to give his AI characters, but it also can be used in such a deceiving way that it freaks me out. And I'm emphasizing on the deceiving way because I was under that deception for a solid 15 minutes. With all of these, I still assume, like, my brain was like, yeah, okay, AI generated artist. Even my brain didn't fully register that, and still looking at the picture, I was like, are you real? You know? Yeah. So, god damn. I mean, yeah, no, we're getting into some meta shit right here. This is actual meta shit, because now I'm starting to think, like, is there an aspect to this work where I actually question its legitimacy and its existence and its evolution, and does that feed into it? Like, what the fuck? I will, you know, I would say still around this project, like, be somewhat careful. This has the ability to be abused in such a way, and again, like, if you go to the main website, you know, I only found out about this through going through the tweets and the retweets. There is nothing on the main site that suggests who's the creator behind this, right? I mean, like, unless it's an LLC, but even then, you know. I know I have it open here, but LinkedIn. Oh, that's not my LinkedIn, that's my girlfriend's. I will log out of that. But he has a LinkedIn. Omni launch, what is this? Okay. So, oh. How old is this man's? I mean, listen, with a project like this, I recommend you go yourself and look through the website, see how you feel about this, just because I mean, we have fully entered uncharted fucking territory. Like, I don't know how I feel about this. I legitimately don't know. It's one of those things where I'm looking at it and I'm just like, I get the concept. I really do. I understand the concept, and, like, I'm wrapping my head around it, but some part of it feels like still something feels weird and, like, sort of off about it, you know, which I do not enjoy. And that may be part of the work, but again, that's fucking, maybe it's the artist freaking out, maybe it's the artist in me freaking out that we're all being replaced, but Jesus. I would be careful with projects like this. That is my final thing. I would be careful. Be careful, Blockjack. Just because, I mean, it's a cool idea and all, but just be careful. This is it's weird. It's very weird. And who do you hold liable for shit when shit goes wrong? You know, like, it's that type of shit that gets weird. What happens if something gets stolen, like that level? But yeah, to those listening, yo, thank you for coming in and listening. I know for 15 minutes you guys were probably looking at the screen saying, bro, what the fuck do you mean? Can you not see AI generated artists? But I read it and I did not understand what it meant, and then I was trying to look at other things, and so that is my bad. But even then, yeah, just be careful with something like this. Yeah. It's fucking weird. I mean, it's a cool concept. We'll see. I mean, like, if you're interested in it, we'll keep an eye on it, see how it evolves. It is weird. I mean, like, again, I'm getting. Yeah, no, that's it. I said my piece. I keep going back to this, but yeah, it's just be careful with something like this. Do your research. See if you're comfortable, willing to take the risk with this. If I'm wrong on it, I'm wrong on it. You know, art is inherently subjective thing, and this is something that can be extremely subjective. We have fully entered the realm of the meta and the subjectivity. So it's you have to. I really recommend, like, go on the website, see how you feel about the website, because I personally, I'm getting weird. Something feels off, but who knows? And again, this is not an attack on the work or saying it's a scam or anything. Just something to me feels weird and off. Maybe it's a completely nice project, but yeah, do some research, do your own research. And to those coming, thank you for enjoying this. Every Sunday we try to do these streams. Next Sunday, I think we will be taking a look at another abstract art thing. I know last stream we were looking at art blocks IO, but for this one I'll find some other stuff, because art blocks has now exploded the generative art scene, and so there's that. We'll be looking at that, and to those who listened again, thanks for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed this, including the 15 minutes where I was completely wrong and misread and misunderstood the project that I was looking at. My ass, I'm fluent in 2 languages, but I think I'm fucking losing them both, which is fucking great. That's yeah, you know, a new definition to bilingual. It's a little joke. It's a little meme. You know, the little bilingual meme. You know you know this me right here. This your boy. This me. And with that, to those who listened again, thank you for coming. These are, again, I am an artist and I have my own subjective views. Do your own research. You might think I'm a complete fucking idiot on this one. I believe me, I feel it too, for being wrong and not realizing that it's a fucking. It literally stated right there, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, you know, now we know that the project isn't doing like fully shitty shit. But yeah, no, I have nothing else to to say. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next content. Again, if you want to talk to me or say hello or talk shit, as Andreas on the other podcast said, come say hello. My Twitter is available at Anubis3100. You can also tag me and post your thoughts in the Discord channel, the Duat Art Residency in the Metakey project, and I'll respond to you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in our next. Actually, yeah, we have an artist talk coming up, and it's a pretty exciting one. But I won't tell it now. I'll let it build up. Yeah.